take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? I hope so, for your sake.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Good evening. I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandango the Fantastical, Bard of all trades and Master of Baiting. In real life, I write the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter series, the Bubba the Monster Hunter series, and the Black Knight Chronicles. Latest releases include All Night Long, Black Knight 7, coming to your ear holes on Audible by Tantor Media on the 30th of July, so go pre-order that shit.
Hi, I'm Joe Brassi. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad Project. My novels Skyfarer and Dragon Road are available from Angry Robot Books, and I am the author of the non-existent book Butts, Bolts, and Beans, Fun Combinations for the Whole Family.
Hello, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, mighty paladin of that god that Drew still won't fucking let me say. Anyway, in real life, I write several things, including the Toma Bill series, Tales of the Crypto Hunter, and Bill of the Dead, and I'm sure I have something coming out soon, but for the life of me, I cannot remember it.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. And looks like I'm also the author of the next Shingles release, that time of the month.
Hi there, my name's Steve Weverill, and I play Brandon Firemaster, sexually attractive monk and friend to the cow people. In real life, I write the comedy fantasy series, The Doomsayer Journeys. I also write Shoot the Dead, Far Into the Dark. I write some books. Go check them out.
Hey everybody, I am Drew Hayes, the weekly DM, and guy who's here to remind you that I gave Rick a way to say that name again, and they squandered it. But when last we left our quote-unquote heroes, they had managed to pick a fight in the middle of a bar, so my god, that was on brand. But before we rejoin our intrepid adventurers, there is one small detail. You see, as you are in this bar, surrounded by a red field blocking you from help, you do hear, off in the distance, a single voice cry out, "So long, suckers!" And then,
God damn it, Gordon.
moments later, you see Fandango turn back into Fandango.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We're about to get in a fight with a demon.
You're about to die.
What the fuck? I just wanted a drink.
Yes, alcohol now apparently costs us double or triple because they managed to offend the bartender and the gate guard.
Yeah, you might get some milk if you suck on that guy's tits, though.
Yeah, we utterly offended him.
God damn it!
I mean, at this point, you guys can't really do much worse damage, and poof, there you go, Fandango, you appear.
I look at the bartender. What's the bartender look like?
The bartender is a dragonborn, kind of more of a hunched and, slithery type than the big, strapping, burly type that you might be accustomed to, and, while you're looking around, getting the lay of things, why don't you just go ahead and roll me that initiative?
I just want to go on record saying I hate each and every one of you.
That's nice.
Rightfully so.
Feeling is mutual.
Klaus rolls a 16.
Silas rolls an 8.
Bjorg rolls a natural 1.
Oh, shit. Brandon Firemaster rolls a natural 20.
Fandango rolls an 8.
That's not bad considering you've only just become Fandango again.
I am so accustomed to this shit show that I just assume someone's going to want to punch me if I'm anywhere near you guys.
You just rolled in
Just
fighting.
slide right
That's
back
probably
into
the same
it.
assumption.
No, not fighting. I just start out ready to run. Still a bard.
Very much still a bard. Aggressively still a bard. Then it is Brandon Thighmaster's turn. So, as a reminder, the people that Silas were talking to just turned into demons. One was a human that fell over dead. The Bone Devil ripped its heart out and summoned a mighty red barrier that is blocking you all from, getting any assistance.
I guess I'll just rush in blindly. But whom to rush in blindly at? We got 2 targets here. To my mind, this Bone Devil lady has got support magic written all over her. So I am going to see if I have enough distance to rush said Bone Lady. Yep.
Yeah, she's a good choice because Brandon's already used to punching out women.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I'm all about the equality.
I missed that.
It's been a while. I feel I should also mention, they don't really have genders anymore. Those are scraps of flesh that they were wearing that are sort of molted / ripped apart at their feet. But, you did meet them originally in that form, so you do as you want.
Well, there we go. I'm glad we've moved beyond this. Now to guiltlessly punch this possible woman. I want to do 2 things. I'm going to burn a key point so that I can use dodge as a bonus action. And I want to also burn a key point so that I can use Stunning Strike.
What does Stunning Strike do for the listeners at home?
If successfully landed, I think there's a Constitution saving throw. It should, theoretically, stun them.
My goodness. Whew, stunned is pretty good if you can land it. They can't attack, they fail, and everybody gets advantage against them.
Yeah, I think it knocks them out of play for 1 round.
It knocks them out of play and makes them deeply vulnerable.
Fingers crossed.
I'm just trying to work out what the actual Constitution saving throw is. I might have to do something less complicated. This is why I just stick to punching things normally.
8 plus proficiency plus your stat modifier. So wisdom as a monk. So 8 plus what is your proficiency bonus as Brandon Thighmaster?
3.
So that is 14. The DC is 14.
Right. First I've got to land an unarmed strike. So let's see if that happens.
Alrighty.
Punching the demon lady. Boom. 27.
Brandon Thighmaster comes rocketing in, assuming that, of course, everything has gone to shit. It is a bar. He is with Silas. Yeah, this all feels right. And just not even, waiting a second, just zipping over and jaw-jacking the first thing he sees. And you do hit. Yeah, you 27, you literally see it, smash the heart, and by the time it's turned, your fist is in its face.
Yeah. There we go.
That was the waitress.
God damn it.
That's how you start a bar fight.
He just punched it and then was like, oh, crap, you're a demon.
Okay, so now it has to roll a Constitution save to avoid being stunned. Is that a magical effect? You know what? Fuck it. You're just rattling their skull. I'm not going to count it. So roll up damage, and I will roll up the con save.
8 bludgeon damage.
Okay, you do a smaller amount of damage than you were hoping, but it easily makes the save. It is not stunned at all. You punched it in the face, and a small chip falls from its skull, and now it is just staring at you.
Oh dear. Surprise?
Well, the good news is, it's the Bone Devil's turn. The bad news is I probably should have clarified. I meant good news for the Bone Devil.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking 2 claws and a sting since you are all up in its shit.
Okay, glad I used that dodge action bonus.
Yep. Okay, so that means he has disadvantage on you if you have dodge. So 20. Natural 1 and 15.
The 20 does meet AC.
Ooh, okay. That is fortunate for... so you take 10 slashing damage. As only one of its claws meet you.
Okay. Hostilities have been engaged. Formalities have been dealt with.
Klaus! There's a bar fight. Do you feel at home? You should.
All right. Klaus would like to put on his ring of invisibility.
Good move.
Yeah. And he would like to move. How important is tracking our movement?
Not especially in this particular context, unless you're going near either of them. And obviously, you can't go outside the red barrier. And I would say, if you're near the red barrier, you're going to be uncomfortable.
I'm not going near it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm moving down here under these tables. Well, not under them, but near them.
Let's face facts, you're going under them.
All right, so your action was to put on the ring. You just used your move. Do you have a bonus, or are you checking out?
I'm checking out.
Checking out. Okie dokie. All right, Silas. You asked for it. You're getting it.
Oh, he asked for it.
It is time for you and the Gablizu to have some words, have some feelings, to have some. Boy, you are going to get all 4 because you and him really had it out.
You deserve every one of those 4 claws.
So you're getting 2 pincers and 2 fists. And I don't think you have any advantage or disadvantage in play, so these are just going to be straight up. First pincer. Maybe? Did that not roll? Alright, does a 19 hit? Second pincer. Oh, well, that one, last one doesn't count. Okay, so the Gablizu rolled twice on pincers, and now 2 on fists. Alright, so 19. I'm guessing that doesn't hit Silas.
Oh, no, a 19 hits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you had better AC than that.
No, it's a 19.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so 19 and natural 20 will both hit. 1, 2, and then the fists, a 22 and a 16.
The 16 does not hit.
All right. So that is 13 plus 11 is 24, and then 6. So that's an even 30.
Jeez.
Silas spits out a few teeth and is like, you hit like Fandigo.
Well, here's the good news, Silas. I don't know how the initiative gods chose to favor you in this way, but you and the Gablizu are back-to-back buddies, so you can play punch Buggy.
All right. Well, the first thing I will do is as a bonus action, I will activate my vow of enmity against him, which means for the next minute I get advantage on every attack.
Nicely done. Yeah. Strong opener.
And I will back up just to give myself room to fire, and I will unleash some arrows. And this first arrow will be coming in. If it hits,
just a heads up. You know you're getting an attack of opportunity, right? You're leaving a threatened square.
Okay. Well, do I get an attack of opportunity when I fire from right next to him?
You know, I think in some you do, but I truly don't care. Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Well, then I'll just fire point blank into his face, and whatever hits, I'm going to be unleashing a radiant divine smite with it.
All right.
All right. So the first one is a 28.
28 will hit.
That will be 8 points of arrow damage, and 9 points of radiant.
Okay, and yours. Nice. Your arrows appear to do the amount of damage you would expect them to do.
All right, well, good. Then I will shoot another one into his face.
Okie dokie.
This one is a natural 20.
You don't have advantage, cowboy.
Yeah, I do. I just activated my vow of enmity.
Yeah, you did.
Just
That's
as
right.
well.
Okay, you have advantage. You have a natural 20, as opposed to the natural 1 that you rolled on the other side of it.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that was a real coin flip.
And if there was a time to... Yeah, if there was a time to activate that power, it is now.
Boy, that bonus action paid some diva fucking dens.
Yeah, feast or famine much, Rick?
Looks like a Christmas light.
So that'll be 19 points.
19 points of damage. And again, your bow seems to do pretty well.
And I believe that will be all for me.
You do have some movement left if you want to take that attack of opportunity, but that's up to you.
Yeah, you know something. Silas is going to stand here and go toe to toe with this guy until one of us dies.
That feels like the most Silas way to handle this situation, if we're being honest.
It's definitely on brand.
Yeah, this is truly Silas gets to be a paladin standing nose to nose with a demon. This might be the best day of his life.
This is like religious Rochambeau.
Yeah, every time this demon's hitting him, Silas is like, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Silas is destroying his codpiece from the inside right now. Yeah, speaking of disgusting, Fandango.
All right, Fandango is gonna stay right where the fuck he is, because that looks really bad over there.
And you are at the bar already, so...
Right. I'm where I should be. I really think I just like Brandon a lot better, so I'm going to hurl a chromatic orb at the thingy that Brandon's fighting. I'm going to...
I'd expect you to remember the name of a bone devil, Fandango.
Nope, wasn't paying attention.
Ah, that's all right.
Looking at the bar, trying to figure out how to get to the liquor through the barrier.
It's fair.
I'm going to hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of acid at this thingy.
Wait. A, it's Fandango, and B, you just came from Gunther's Island, so I feel compelled to ask, what kind of acid?
That spells later.
Gotcha. Okay, the unfun kind of acid.
That could have some interesting effects in this battle.
That's later. All right, so...
Ranged spell attack.
Ranged spell attack will be a 15.
Ooh, sorry, that does not hit.
Then, can I give Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action?
Bonus action, yes you can.
All right, then as a bonus action, I will shout out to Silas, "Come on, Silas! You don't suck that bad! You can kill that crabby demon thing! Do it for Torag, whose name I can say! You got this, buddy!"
Boy, there's no sure sign you're fucked than when the party is cheering for Silas.
And Silas will disagree. Yes, in the eyes of the Almighty, I do suck that badly.
Yeah, the entire tone of the rest of the party gets real serious, like, oh shit, are we that fucked?
Yep.
Well, if there's a problem that needs a sword fixing, I can't think of anyone more suited to it than Bjornsson.
All right, let's see here. Could I roll an intelligence check of any sort to discern which of these two is the more immediate? You know what? Fuck it. He's gonna go for the one that Silas is
Truly,
fighting.
one is bigger and burlier, and one is shorter and spikier. So it's kind of a pick your flavor.
Bjorg is gonna rage and go right for the big burly one.
Alrighty.
That's so. And he's just gonna cross that distance with a full-on.
Can you make it?
Racing charge and.
Give me an athletics roll. You're just leaping over a table, and I'll allow it, but you do have to give me an athletics roll.
All right, you know what? I could. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do that. The athletics roll. That is a natural 20.
I always saw Bjorg as a more through-the-table guy.
Okay. So, Bjorg, you are fired up. You take a running, like, you're fucking going. You hit that table. You don't even come down. You just leap and come all the way over with an overhand chop. Give yourself advantage on the first roll.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this fucking thing. I think I have 2 attacks. So those 2 are... Let's see. Do I have an advantage on both or just the first one?
Just the first one.
All right, first one's a 24.
And it doesn't matter because the second wouldn't have hit anyway.
All right.
Yeah, you just come down, fuck thee!
And that's 13 damage. From magical greatsword.
Your longsword is magical. That was about to be my question. Yes.
Greatsword is magical.
All right, you cut a piece of this motherfucker out. And it's an appropriately sized piece of this motherfucker. Now, we got ourselves a party. So it's time for the ultimate party boy back around to Brandon Thighmaster.
Yeah, I guess trying to show an ounce of kind of flair and cunning did not work out for me. So I'm going to go to the old favourite and just punch this thing repeatedly. So I'm going to burn a key point. I'm going to use Flurry of Blows for 3 unarmed strikes. 1, 2, 3. Shit. 13, 13, 10. Those are all 3 really bad rolls.
Yeah, you put on what appears to be an excellent, like, intimidation display, where you do that thing where you punch, like, close to the head and, like, close to the face, but, like, without ever actually touching him. And in your heart, only you know that was not what you were trying to do.
It's not a mating dance, Brandon.
Everything's a mating dance.
I thought you were celibate. How long was I gone?
Not for me.
You do have some movement if you would like to use it. You would take an attack of opportunity, but he's next in initiative and you're right in front of him. So, your call.
There's no value for me not boxing this guy, and I think I've got to meat shield for him. However, I will burn a key point if I'm able to take dodge as a bonus action.
Unfortunately, I believe you already used your key point for Flurry of Blows.
Oh, right.
Or your bonus action to use. Yeah, well, I think because the act of burning the key point is a bonus action, and you only get the one bonus action.
That's fine. Brandon will just be kind of like a... Go on and give us a kicking.
Valiance. Let's see what the Bone Devil has to say about that.
I'm going to predict that the Bone Devil does not appreciate my valiance.
Well, let's find out. 2 claws and a sting. A 1, a 2, a sting.
Sting hits. The rest miss.
Oh, is the sting the only one that hits? A 15 and an 18 miss you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. So you need to make a DC Constitution save of 14.
Constitution's not one of my biggies. Okay.
Got to add more endurance to those workouts.
A 5. I mean, Constitution wasn't one of my biggies, but 5.
Yeah,
that's just
if it was a
bad luck.
biggie, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
So here's the good news.
For
Poisoned for Brandon.
Okay.
Poisoned in 5e doesn't mean what you might immediately think it means. It doesn't add extra damage. You don't have any sort of like clock ticking down like that. Oh, it does add poison damage. I'm sorry, I was wrong about that part. But what I mean is like you don't have like a poison counter or anything like that. You just are poisoned. You can try again at the end of your turn, and until you have cleared it, you have disadvantage on attacks and ability checks.
That's fair enough. Easy
So
to remember.
21 damage, and you are not going to be that helpful for a little while.
I haven't been very helpful so far, anyway.
Hey, you punched it in the face. You did damage.
Yeah, I think that was more like sending a message of intent than anything else. But
Let's put it this way: 2 out of the 5 of you have not done damage, so you're in the elite club.
I haven't tried yet, to be fair.
I think being in the majority doesn't mean you're in the elite club.
I'm always in the elite club.
All right, Klaus, you are invisible and hunkered down by tables. And you just watched Bjorg do a really badass leap, and Brandon an amazing display, after which he got stabbed the fuck up.
Alright, I'm going to try and do damage this time. I'm going to use my +1 short bow, and I will... If these are sneak attackable beings, I will try to sneak attack. And I will be using a +1 arrow. And...
Just the one arrow?
Well, I've only got one.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, I don't understand that question.
Oh, no, I didn't know if you were going to be loading multiple +1 arrows and you would just only use the singular, or you just mean literally a single 1 + 1 arrow. Okay.
I don't think I can shoot multiple arrows, can I?
At your level? Oh, you took that wizard level, so maybe not. You do... Pretty sure you get an extra attack at some point, but we'll check that out after game.
Yeah. Okay, I want to do that, and I want to use my sharpshooter ability to subtract 5 from my attack and add 10 to the damage should I succeed with the attack. So,
Alrighty.
here it goes. All right. 25 minus 5 is 20.
And 20 will... That will hit.
Nice.
All right. Oh, I guess it's a +1 because of the arrow, too. But, here we go. All right, so 12 damage +1 from the arrow is 13. And do I get sneak attack damage?
Yes, you do.
All right, cool. Finally. Hey, I should look up what that is.
Never
my
expected to get this far.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're at 8th level altogether, right?
Yeah.
So I'm 7th level rogue. I get 46. All right. So 13 plus 15 is
Don't forget the plus 10.
Oh shit. Yeah. 38 altogether.
Fuck.
Damn. All right.
Somebody's useful.
Yeah, that arrow comes out of nowhere and fucks a little bit of shit up.
Well, I distracted him, so this is mostly my victory.
Well, you did. You're flanking them. So I mean, I was invisible though, so I guess that didn't matter.
It matters to me. In my retelling of this fight later, it's going to matter supremely.
The Glabrizu is going...
The Griser does sound like a cocktail, and we are in a bar. I think that's quite fitting.
That it does. On the Glabrizu's turn, it raises an arm, and suddenly, Brandon, Silas, and Bjorg find themselves blind! By which I mean plunged into darkness.
Brandon takes off his shades, puts them back on.
Let's see. Silas does not have a melee weapon out. Bjorg, you do hear movement as the Glabrizu repositions.
All right.
You can have an attack of opportunity, but it will be at disadvantage because you are, of course, unable to see.
All right. And that's 15.
15 does not hit. You swing, but you whiff. You hear only mocking laughter. But it had to use its turn to do this, so it doesn't get to smash you guys. That's okay. Silas Kane.
Since I don't know where it is, I will take my action and cast Protection from Evil upon myself. So if it is a aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, I assume it's a fiend, it will have disadvantage on all attack rolls against me.
Damn, son, that's a good one. The one caveat to keep track of is I believe that's a concentration.
Yes.
So every time you take damage, that's a roll.
All right.
So the roll is, I believe, half the damage with a minimum of 10, and it's a Constitution save.
All right, that won't work because I can't see.
Are you going to do anything else besides the protection?
Yeah, I think that's it for right now.
All right. Fandingo! There is magical darkness. The Glabrizu has climbed a table. Brandon got his ass carved up. But then the Bone Devil got his ass shot up. So, it's all going.
So I can see the Caprizi.
Yes, he climbed up on a table for some reason. Probably doesn't bode well for the people who can't see him, but, you can.
Fucking so many elbow drops coming our way.
Yeah, Fandingo will cast Confusion on the corpse behind the Bone Devil and the Caprizu.
Okie dokie.
What's he got to be confused about? He's dead.
Not that he knows.
Yeah, but that's the 10-foot radius that doesn't make you roll a saving throw.
No, I'm not. I'm getting better.
So everything in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the corpse, and it's a wisdom save to negate.
Wisdom save. Ah, there we go. And that is going to be with advantage. 26.
Yeah. What about the other thing?
The corpse is equally as confused as it was moments ago.
The Bone Devil.
Well, fuck.
Oh, the Bone Devil. Bone Devil, also with resistance. Or also with advantage, sorry. Ooh, but it doesn't help. Only a 13.
That does not meet the DC.
Ooh, all right. Let's see what confusion does.
It cannot take a reaction, and at the start of each of its turns, it rolls a d10 to determine its behavior for the turn.
Alrighty. Let me find that D10 table real.
I've got it written down.
Nope, I got it. All right.
Yeah, Brandon, you don't want it to roll a 7 or 8.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
And then what's the spell you use? Just confusion?
Confusion.
Okay. I just need to look up how it breaks out.
Yeah.
There we go. End of every turn, he gets to save again. That makes more sense.
As a bonus action, I'm going to give Brandon Bardic Inspiration and say, "Come on, naked guy. You can fight that bag of bones. You're way more ripped than it is.
Oh, thank you. I mean, obviously, but thank you.
Now fucking do something."
Bjorg, in the darkness, you hear Fandingo's words of encouragement?
Can I tell which direction the thing went?
No.
Alright, I'm not within reach of it, am I?
You would have no way of knowing that.
Yeah, is there, do I have to, like, make some random roll for which direction I go?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Like, you can be like, I go toward Fandingo's voice or away from Fandingo's voice.
Away from Fandingo's voice.
Okay. Then roll me a D3.
That's pretty logical, because away from my voice is going to be toward combat.
Yeah. And he knows where you are in relation to the bar in the room.
That's a 3.
Okay. You begin in this direction and slam your knee into a wooden table.
Alright. I guess I'm just gonna attack. I can't see anything still?
Yeah, you don't know there's anything to attack. You just hit a table. You're feeling your way around. You used 5 feet of movement. You've hit a table.
Fuck tables!
Roll
basically.
me a 1d2.
Alright, hold on.
2.
That's a natural 1.
That's fine. It's
That's
1
one.
out of 2. Okay, so that moves you here, which is out of the darkness.
No, I can see.
As you feel your way along the table, yes. So you emerge. Roll me a perception.
Alright.
There is a chance you wouldn't look up.
Perception is 9.
Luckily, the DC to see it is 5. It's a giant demon standing on a table. It's not that fucking hard to see. So, you have arrived. You have used movement. The Gublizu is standing. You can attack.
Alright, I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna do my, like, full, just blast the thing with Raging Greatsword again, try to hack into the legs. 1 and 2, and that is 16 and 12. Whiff.
Those do not hit.
Yeah.
Didn't come into play this round, but might I remind you that reckless attacking is a great way to get that advantage. But we now go on to Brandon Thighmaster, who is trapped in the darkness.
Okay, so I only have, I suppose, Fandingo's voice to go on, and maybe Bjorg stubbing his toe. I assume that made a noise.
Yeah, you definitely heard a Northman go thud a few feet over a second ago. That was... Bjorg is not a quiet character in any capacity. No. You knew the demon was in front of you when last you could see.
Was in front of me. I tell you what, I'm going to say, Demon, I can't see you, but I know you can see me. And then I'm going to perform vigorous sports massage. I'm going to burn a key point to roll at twice my monk level and a charisma roll at disadvantage, I assume, because I'm poisoned.
Yep.
4 hit points. So twice my monk level is 16 plus disadvantage charisma 5.
The demon is watching you blindly massage yourself, going, "Why the fuck did I ever leave hell?"
When heaven was so close at hand.
I think this is the most effective move I could have made.
What the hell?
I have also jerked off in the middle of battle and felt it was as effective as I could be.
The Bone Demon does not fall in love with you.
Oh, what the fuck? This game is bullshit.
Look, I put it in the dice. I was like, what the hell? Natural 100? The Bone Demon just like has like a full-on rom-com moment. He's all jacked up in the head. He's confused. It was viable.
I assumed his magical darkness was getting in the way or something. Fucking Klaus distracting him.
It would be wild if y'all just ended up with a Bone Devil pet that was in love with Brandon.
God damn it.
All right, so Brandon, you have vigorously rubbed yourself. I think that was your standard, or your action. Do you want to move at all, or?
Brandon punches a woman in the face and then rubs himself down in front of her, and now she's our pet.
The fuck? God!
Again, just a giant monster, like no real gender, genitals.
God!
I'm just
organs
saying
in
how
general.
this could be perceived.
Still better than the time he humped a tree and sank the whole island.
Yeah, in the space of like 2 minutes, you guys just wrote a harem story there.
Man, we're in the wrong gig. All right, well, I'm in darkness, so I wouldn't know which way I was moving. I could, if I chose to move, I assume this would be a random table thing. Is that correct?
Not especially. You actually have a lot more context clues to go on, because you have Fendingo's voice, which he had. You also have Bjork's thud, and you know where your demon was in relation to you a moment ago. So you could just be like, well, I'm not going that way, and I'm not going the Bjorg way, and I'm not going the Fendingo way. So you could kind of get a pretty decent idea to head to Klaus.
There's only the Brandon way.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I guess I know not to. No, I can't dodge to my right. So I guess there's a pretty good chance I could dodge to my left. As a sort of tactical deduction.
Yeah, I mean, you have enough sound cues to make a guess, like whether or not that's going to get you fucked up. That one, you got no clue.
Okay, I will move to the left. Sorry, Brandon's left.
You move toward Klaus, and instantly your vision comes back as you find yourself staring into a very befuddled Bone Demon expression. It's kind of just like doing that classic video game boss. You just scored the right combo, so now I'm vulnerable for 10 seconds, like kind of wobble.
Yep, feel it, baby.
Yeah, can't take reaction, so you get away with that an attack of opportunity.
Nice. This worked out well.
Yeah. Well done, Fandingo.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Boy, cheering for Silas. Well done, Fandingo. This is a lot of firsts in this battle.
That's not how I'll be telling it in the retelling of this fight. But yeah.
Is this tactics?
It's like, it only took us how many years?
The battle is young yet.
A couple more levels and we might be competent level 3 adventurers.
In terms of efficacy, even while we're like 8th, 9th level.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see what the Bone Devil has to say about that in all of its confusion. So that's a D10, and it rolls a 1. All of its movement to move in a random direction. To determine the direction, roll a D8 and assign a die to each value. Okay, that is simple enough. Let's see. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very simple. So, you know what? John, you made this happen. I feel like Fandingo should get to roll that D8.
Okay. 4.
All right. Bone Devil goes leaping over the tables and everything and just slams into this wall, scratching, clawing wildly, unable to press on any further. And with it freaking the fudge out... Oh, wait, sorry. We are still on the Bone Devil's turn, because the Bone Devil does get another chance to save. The confusion is a wisdom-based save, correct, Fandingo?
That's correct.
With advantage... 25.
So it comes to staring at the wall and says, "The fuck am I doing here?"
Yeah, kind of. It basically just raced over some tables, went face first into a wall, thudded off, and kind of shook its head, Now it's just kind of looking around angry. Klaus, you want to give it something to be angry about?
I'll do my best. Yeah, okay. I guess I can't sneak attack it now, but I can still use...
Yeah? Oh, no, until you attack. The ring does change that. Okay. The spell works differently. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, well, that's neat. Oh, man, now I gotta make a choice. Do I want to be invisible again, or do I want to just attack this thing? I'm gonna try and attack. I'm gonna do my... Yeah, I can't sneak attack, but I'll do my sharpshooter thing. I do not have another +1 arrow. I've got an arrow of searing, but I don't really know what that is, and I think maybe it might not work against demons. But so I'll try a regular arrow. I got a +1 bow. Sharpshooter, -5 to the attack, +10 to damage if I hit. Here goes.
For reference, all arrows you fire from a +1 bow are treated as +1 arrows.
Ah, good news, because I got a 19.
19 will just hit. Nicely done.
10 piercing plus 10 extra damage is 20.
All right, you are weirdly enough fucking up this bone devil with arrows.
This is bizarre. I have a movement, which I would like to use to go behind this table.
Fandingo, you inspired it.
Oh, fuck. I don't like the sound of that.
Inspired the gazebo.
Yeah. Oh god, this is a real stupid question. Radius. Radius is the half of a circle or the whole circle?
Half.
Half. Okay. So a 10-foot radius means it goes out 10 feet in all directions. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So, Fandingo, you have inspired the Glabrizu, as he also casts Confusion.
Oh, fuck.
He drops his in the center of where this circle of darkness is, hitting Silas, Brandon, and Bjorg. I'm afraid I'm going to need some wisdom saves?
Oh, shit.
I think it was wisdom
Bjorg,
saves.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bjorg, just remember you have a +3 because you're within 10 feet of me.
Oh, right,
And
okay.
Silas and Brandon can add a d6 because they're inspired.
Alright, so I'll just do 1d20 plus 3 then.
So
DC is 16 for this. 16 wisdom.
Silas gets a 19.
Wow, well done, Silas.
Bjorg rolls a 13.
No, +3.
Oh, yeah. So that's, I think that's...
That's 16.
That's 16.
Brandon Firemaster rolls a 17 off the bat.
No?
Because it looks like you rolled a
Oh,
d20
yeah,
plus 3.
okay. So, yeah, no save from Bjorg. Bjorg fails.
Wasn't there a second thing, like a D something?
No,
well, I don't
Bjorg,
know.
I didn't give Bjorg inspiration
I didn't
because
get it.
he
Gotcha.
wasn't sucking.
I
Well, it's
failed.
not that bad. Confusion is not the absolute worst. You're just, you don't take reactions and you do a D10 to see what happens. And hey, you get another save at the top of your turn.
Let's be fair, we spend most of our time in some state of confusion.
And there's a 20% chance you just randomly beat the fuck out of anything in melee range.
I love the idea that, like, Silas and Brandon easily shrug off confusion because you can't break sand, motherfucker. All right, and he is actually going to take a few steps back.
That's just what I wanted him to do.
And then with his bonus action, he uses his pincer and cuts down the center of his chest.
Frontier surgery. All right.
Silas Kane, you are in the darkness, but not confused.
All right, well, I will start heading in a direction.
Okay, you have, he just loudly thudded around a table, so you've got a thudding table. That's kind of it.
All right,
It's been a little while since Fandango.
I'll head towards the thudding table.
Okay, roll me a D4.
3.
Ooh, that's actually not bad. All right, you get to here, and you thud against the edge of a table.
Oh, there's still movement left. Can I feel my way around it?
You can roll me a D2.
That'd be a 2.
All right, you go to here. And you are like moving forward, and you feel another person. Brandon, you see hands emerging from the darkness, groping for you.
Don't touch me.
I'm glad you said that because that kept you from getting shot.
Kept you from getting slapped.
I mean, that was 4. I still have movement. Can I keep going or no?
Yep.
All right.
If you still got movement, you can keep going.
Keep going. Keep going till I can see.
All right, I think you can officially go this way now with no other way. And boom, you pop out into the lights.
Do I see the Bone Devil?
You do. Also, just for reference, a D2 and 2D4 are 2 very different things, and it's weird that you got a 2.
Oh, I was actually just trying to roll. That is weird.
I didn't catch it because, I was like, oh yeah, 1 or 2. All right, 2. That's fine.
I totally clicked the wrong button there.
Fuck it, it worked out. It's just wild. Oh man! All right, you have emerged from the darkness.
Well, then I will light up this Bone Devil. And if I hit him, it will be I will expend another divine smite.
To be clear, you've been fighting the Glabrizu. The Bone Devil is the other one.
I'm sorry, the Glabrizu. That's the one I'm.
Okay.
I got.
So you wanna? All right, gotcha.
That's the one I have shit with.
I had a hunch that's who you meant, but I just wanted to be clear.
All right, first attack is a 24.
A 24 will hit.
That will be 9 regular damage, and then an additional 12 radiant.
Damn.
And then the second attack, natural 20.
Fuck.
And that looks like it'll be 14.
Whoo. He's not laughing anymore. You're starting to put some fucking arrows in him.
Well, I'd almost say I'm putting arrows of the gods into him.
Fendingo.
Yeah. Since these guys have moved away from melee combat with my friends, that means it's time for Fandingo to do what Fandingo does.
Hit on the barmaid.
Break the curse on his confused buddy.
Run.
Light this bar on fire, bitch.
Damn straight.
Okay, hang on. Fendingo, although you were in Little Goblin form, you were technically here for the last game, which means you watched Silas challenge the now revealed to be a devil guy to a game where they held a candle to their skin to see who could deal with it the longest, and you watched him proceed to not give a fuck for several rounds about fire. So,
okay,
that
then.
is information you do have.
Well then, since I know that...
Because, of course, you, John, listened to last week's game to be all caught up.
Of course I did.
And I just know, had you not said that, even if John had been there and witnessed that, he still would have been like, fireball.
Yep. 100%. But since I know that, so 55 feet straight in front of me is a point on the back wall. I can't hit them both. Which one looks least hurt?
Truly, they are very comparable. I can't really... even in percentages, it's...
Okay.
It's
well,
pretty close.
the Caprizi has been throwing spells, so fuck that guy. That's my shtick. I'm going to cast Shatter on a spot 5 feet behind the Glabrizu.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it as a 4th level spell.
Okay, I gotcha.
So it's got to make I'm going to get 5d8 damage, and it takes a con save for half.
Okay, what is your con save DC?
My spell DC is 15.
15, alright, and this is going to have advantage. 25.
Well, then it only takes 8.
Hey, 8 damage is still 8 damage.
And I made loud shit, so...
Bjornsson, I'm going to have to ask you to roll a d10 if you would be so kind.
Alright. Let's see what happens. 8.
Whew, okay. Some of that movement turned out to be very lucky because 7 to 8, The creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. If there is no creature within its reach, creature does nothing this turn. Luckily, all your friends moved out of range. But you can roll me a wisdom save because it's the end of your turn, so you can try and bust out of confusion.
Do creatures have the same spell drawbacks as we do?
I believe so.
Then he had to roll a save when he took damage.
Oh, well, I took that save for me just now was a natural 20, so...
Damn. All right, so either way, it's done.
Yeah.
Bjork has shaken off the confusion.
I don't like being confused.
How have you associated with us this long?
Certainty.
Speaking of certainty, Brandon Thighmaster, it is your turn to kick some certain people's ass.
I got bags of certainty.
All right, Steve, don't forget to roll your con save for your poison.
Natural 20, motherfucker. I'm not poisoned.
You are poiseless.
Yes.
Poisoffed. God damn it, that was
poisoffed.
so much easier. Oh, well, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I'll do. I'm going to flip over this table and land near the Bone Devil. I assume you'll need an acrobatics for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I could have quite easily gone around the table, but that is not what people tune in for.
I mean, Bjorn can't have an awesome flying overhand leap and you do nothing. What will they say?
18 acrobatics.
All right, you spring on your hands and leap over and land next to the Bone Devil, who is no longer swaying.
18's pretty good. I like to think I grab a drink on my way through that.
You do, but you land with the mug upside down.
It's fine. Yeah, I'll take that.
Wasn't a natural 20.
I guess I can still make some kind of drink-related pun. Burning a key point for flurry of blows. Shaken, not stirred, motherfucker. 1, 2, 3. They're not very good. 12, 11, and 17.
You can add a d6 to 1 because you have Bardic Inspiration.
I would suggest the 17.
I'll add a d6 to the 17. Let's hope. Oop, 4.
4 is 21,
So 21.
and 21 will hit.
Hooray. Okay. 21 hits for 11 bludgeon damage.
You handspring over, shaken not stirred, and you punch him in the face again.
Yes.
And this time you crack off a little more bone.
Her.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to fill in that.
And, yeah, you're the only one there. The Bone Devil is going whole hog on you. So, first claw, second claw, and the sting. I think only a 23 would hit you.
That's right. The first claw hits me.
All right. That will land for 12 slashing damage. Okay. Klaus, you are up.
All right. I've got one move that's working really well for me tonight. I'm going to do it again.
Just hiding under the table.
Got this whole sharpshooter thing is cool. I mean, I got long range doesn't mean shit to me. Cover doesn't mean shit to me. And I get to do the whole take 5 off the attack and add 10 to damage.
Yeah, feats are badass in 5e.
All right, what is that?
That'll fucking hit,
5,
man.
20.
God damn.
Yeah.
What did Klaus drink today?
A very expensive fucking beer. I'm pissed off that my beer is that expensive.
Nah,
I want
this
some
shit's worth
Kirkland
it,
Light,
bro.
motherfucker. All right,
Damn, yeah.
21 altogether.
Fuck off spilling my shit. All right. From the Gablizu's chest. I don't think I've pronounced that the same way twice at any point in this whole fucking game.
Gazebo.
That's okay. I've been calling it like an Italian cheese.
It's getting weirder and weirder. No, it did not.
Just to be clear, that bone thing didn't die.
Yeah.
Fuck.
From the cut on the Glabrizu's chest, the blood has begun to flow. It's started to glow. He kind of presses his hand into it, comes away with like glowing blood, steps back, presses it to the wall, and screams, "The stampede of hell comes for your floating city," as there is an explosion that destroys basically...
Don't you dare pull an 80s bad guy action movie exit.
And you literally see the Glabrezu step outside the building, and as soon as it's outside of these, let's be honest, I hope you guys know this by this point in an adventure, warded walls, the fucking one major place in this point, as soon as he's outside of them, you actually, Fandango and Silas can roll me Arcana checks to see if you pick up what this is.
Oh yeah, this should be useless.
To be fair, I am a trained wizard.
You are, but you just don't have. Once he steps outside that doorway, I don't think you're going to have line of sight on him.
All right.
16.
They're looking right down the barrel.
Fandango rolls an 18.
Actually, Klaus, give me a perception. Maybe you can catch the right angle if you get good enough.
All right, I'll do it. 15.
Oh, fuck it, that's pretty good. Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Natural 20.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Wow.
I'm
Okay,
rolling
so...
it tonight.
Yeah, wow. What the fuck is going on? Klaus is just kicking all of the ass. So you can all see the Glabrezu step back a few feet into the air, and then you all recognize a teleportation spell triggering as he vanishes kind of off into the nowhere.
Pussy.
And Klaus, you, with a natural 20, some fucking how, are like, hang a goddamn minute. Glabrezus don't normally have teleportation spells. That's not in their, like, standard arsenal of natural magic.
I know this from all my wizard training out in the fucking woods somewhere.
Yeah, so Glabrezus have 2 giant pincer arms and 2, like, smaller, like, normal-sized arms. And so, Klaus, you saw that and were like, oh my god, I could rob people and piss and jerk off all at once. I gotta learn everything about this creature.
Whoa. It takes more than a fucking 4 arms to piss and jerk off at once.
Not if it's big enough.
And you do have a lot of experience in both.
Yeah. So Klaus was just like, I gotta learn everything about Glabrezus. And he's like, those guys can't teleport. They also get really touchy if you ask them about their jerking off techniques. Yeah, what up, wizards? We're rebuilding your shit and we're making it better. So Silas, there is no longer a Glabrezu in sight to shoot, but the Bone Devil is still here.
Yeah, yell out. Who held their hand over the fire longer now this time, bitch? And I guess...
Oh, shit!
And instead, I guess I'll turn to the Bone Devil, and
It was never about turning back a demonic invasion.
Not for
It was
1
never
minute.
about
if I hit, this will be with a radiant or a divine smite. Actually, this will come in as a level 2 a spell slot divine smite if I hit.
Alrighty.
All right, so first attack. Nope, that's 14, and second attack is a 29.
The
Nice.
29 will hit.
All right, so the 29, that'll be 9 points of damage, and the Radiant Smite comes in as another 16.
So that totals out at 25. Whoo! Yeah, this Bone Devil is starting to look like a boned devil.
Hey.
And Fandango.
Everybody keeps running towards him, so I can't shatter shit. I guess I'll just throw a firebolt at this motherfucker. No, firebolt won't hurt it. I'll throw an acid splash at this son of a bitch.
Adapt and overcome.
I just gotta check the range on acid splash.
One nervous system.
Yep, 60 feet.
Oh. Do you attack or do I save for that one?
I attack.
Okay. Oh, no, it's a save. Dexterity saving throw.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, succeed on a dex save or take 2d6.
And what's the
15.
What's your 15? Okay, with advantage. 21.
Fuck that guy.
All right. Bjorg, you are no longer confused. But your easy enemy is also gone.
Oh,
You have to move for the next one. Oh, actually, when the Glabrizu left, so did the darkness.
All right.
What about the barrier?
Nope. The Bone Devil is the one who created that.
Okay.
I'm going right over the Bone Devil.
Roll me. You can charge straight. Just you got to roll me some athletics to go over those tables.
All right. Let's see here. And some athletics. That's 15.
Yeah, Bjorg's big enough, and these are sturdy tables. Boom, boom, boom.
All right. We are gonna just lay into this motherfucker. I don't like confusion. And is that 2?
I think you're still confused, sir. I didn't do that to you.
All right. That is a 23 and a 10. A natural 1. Second one's a natural 1.
Roll a d20.
All right. And then 8.
All right, you don't hurt yourself, and the 23 hits. So
All right.
give me that damage.
That is 11.
Okay.
Full balling these damage rolls.
It is not having the best day, but it is still standing as we come back around to Brandon Thighmaster, where it all started.
That's where it's going to end. I need to finish this guy before he tries to, next time gadget us like the other fucker. Okay, so I'm gonna burn a key point, flurry of blows, 3 unarmed strikes. See if I get lucky. 1, 2, 3. 24 and a 20. Does either of those hit?
Both of those will hit.
Okay, for damage, 10, 17 in total bludgeon damage.
Okay, so Brandon Thighmaster, you lure him in with the first punch, kind of do like a 1-2 combo hit. You hit him in the sternum, and as he's reeling, you just come all the way back from downtown. And you just swing for the fences with a haymaker. And you hit him right in the goddamn face for a third time. Only this time, it doesn't just break something. It shatters the whole fucking skull as this thing goes down dead.
Now that was what was supposed to happen on the first punch. So when I retell this fight, everything that happened between the first punch and this punch is going to be left out.
That's some creative podcast editing.
Oh. As the Bone Devil dies, the barrier begins to dissipate, and we will deal with the consequences of all of that on the next episode. For now, we have some questions to get to, and we have many more than we have time for, so we will try and be expedient with it. Rick, let's go to the Discord where our Patreons, patreon.com/authorsandragons, are asking questions and cutting the line.
Okay. Well, our friend Aaron has a very topical one. What are you looking forward to most at A&D Con?
To me, I've had the pleasure of meeting some of our listeners, and I'm not looking forward to seeing them again. No, I'm only joking. Seeing people I've already seen will be very exciting. Seeing you guys again will be wonderful. It'll be nice. I'm just looking forward to... I know there's things we have to do. We have to put on a show because people have paid money for tickets. But I'm just looking forward to hanging out with people and having a good time.
I mean, the same as Steve said, I'm looking forward to meeting new people, seeing old people, hanging out with my buddies here, and food. Fucking food.
Ooh.
I hear legends of the Vegas food, so.
And we will make legends and nightmares of the Vegas bathrooms.
Same. Yeah, that covers all mine.
So obviously, yeah, hanging out with friends is always going to be the most fun part of this kind of trip. But I will say I am really looking forward to one of the events in particular where I'm building kind of a contained module for the players here to run. So like you guys who come out will get to play D&D with the A&D crew. We're going to have it set up in a way that we'll have a bunch of them working as DMs. And I'm fairly excited for that one just because, you fuckers have to do it.
It'll be a pretty hilarious shit show, I think.
Yeah, don't get your expectations up, visitors. I got to see how quickly I can break Drew's game. That's the only thing
I'm not
interested
assigning myself a group. I'm going to be running between them to deal with issues that pop up.
And my game is going to be like we sit down. Okay, let me roll 100 d10. It's like what? A meteor just struck the planet.
No, the best move would be where we get it all up. You guys are set down. You've started running your games. Something comes up. You turn to look for help, and in my place is a broom with the words "So long, suckers" taped to the front.
If it's a very long broom, we might not notice for the entire weekend.
Boy, Drew's been really quiet. Should we say something? God, no! Don't break the spell.
Yeah, I'm the same as everybody. Hanging out with people, meeting the folks that I haven't met before, but also kind of playing in some of the other games that are going to be going on. So I think there'll be some really entertaining additional gaming going on all weekend, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's pretty much been said already. I mean, people meeting the new meeting new people, meeting our readers, hanging out with you guys, of course, and the food. It doesn't really get much better than that, unless it sucks. But
I have to say, I've never been to Las Vegas before, so the fact I'm going out to Las Vegas is very exciting. But if this was happening like in a shed somewhere in the middle of the desert, I would be equally as excited. It's
if you'd have told us that 6 months ago, we'd pay a lot fucking less for the venue rental.
A&D Con 2020 Desert Shed.
yeah, and just for the record, hanging out with you guys in an unair-conditioned desert shed might be a little less fun for me.
Yeah, I'm not quite as altruistic as you. I'll tell you, if you're hanging out with me in an unconditioned shed, it's going to be less fun for everybody.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, guys, I'm fat. I sweat in a freezer. I don't think any of us want me in an unair-conditioned shed.
we can
I
smoke.
don't want me in an unair-conditioned anything.
We can smoke lodge this shit. Make it nice and weird.
I'm sure they have that in Vegas somewhere.
Achievement unlocked.
All right, what's our next one?
All right. Our friend, of course it's Doug. No, it's not of course it's Doug. How the fuck would we know if you didn't say that? Fuck you, Doug.
Of course, fuck you,
I don't
Doug.
think he earned that.
But of course it's Doug asks, what is everyone's favorite part of their character's evolution over the course of the game?
My favorite part of my character's evolution is the way he refuses to evolve.
Yes, mine is acquiring Ron Weasley Jeremy.
Mine is turning into the de facto healer for the fucking party. Just because I think it's hilarious.
I mean, gotta be Arrow of the Gods,
Yeah.
Let's see. I gotta say, okay. So, in the same way that Fandango became the healer of the group, Bjorg somehow becoming the group's moral center and conscience is just.
Were you ever not, though? Does that count as evolution?
Yeah, he gave a little less of a shit at the beginning.
I don't think anyone rolls up a barbarian expecting to be the diplomat of the party.
No, yeah. The fact that he has to be the party face sometimes, Fandango's a better party face, but like when we need to seem moral.
Guidance.
Yeah, it was truly last game was a great example of the party ruthlessly making fun of your new guide to the point where it was costing you guys physical coin. And Bjorg had to be the one to grit his teeth and like try and diplomat through that.
Yeah, the rest of us were like, "This is the hill we are dying on."
Yeah.
Which is really art imitating life, because out of all of us, Joe is the one with a moral compass.
Oh, of course.
I mean, I think we all gave him our moral compasses when we first met him.
Here, hold this.
I have no need of it.
I'll get it back for you sometime.
I don't know what this is. Do you want it?
I'm in publishing. Throw this away.
I thought it was gonorrhea. So
Discard this thing
You
until
get
I
that
once
in
more
publishing,
read it.
too.
I will say, now that I've actually thought about this question rather than trying to be smart-ass about it, my favourite evolution was making the Temple of the Many Fists canonical. And just a reminder for anyone out there who is playing D&D 5e, if you want to play a Temple of the Many Fists monk, you can go to a Patreon, and there's a little monistic tradition guide there, so you can do so. I'm having enormous fun doing it, so I hope you do too.
All right, and now going over to the Facebook questions. Joe, what do we got?
All right, let's flip over here. Got our handy comments.
Side note,
thread.
for anybody out there who decided to drink to every different pronunciation of Glabrizu that you heard throughout the course of this podcast, welcome
The ambulance
to
is
the
on the
afterlife,
way.
because you definitely drank yourself to death.
All right, our friend Sandy asks, which of your in-game characters would pose and use a minigun best in the D&D setting? What? Pose. I think posing automatically means Brandon.
Yeah, but Brandon would probably be the most against guns.
Did they maybe mean possess and use a minigun?
Maybe?
Maybe a typo?
Could be.
It's better if they don't mean that.
Yeah,
no,
fair enough.
I'm
Because-
thinking like a James Bond opening credits kind of thing.
I can see Brandon just be like rubbing the gun oil over himself.
Yeah, Brandon just turns into like a Playgirl shoot.
Exactly. Yeah, the posing bit nailed, but the actual firing of the gun, I think that would be against Brandon's combat ethos of running up to things and punching them.
I think Klaus Richter had some nice posing shots with his crossbow. So, for what that's worth,
I think if you
in the comic book, I mean,
if you were to give Bjorg like a minigun, like a big old Gatling gun, he would basically just become a heavy weapons guy from Team Fortress 2.
I could just imagine him beating someone to death with the Gatling gun.
And I'm thinking,
He'd be Jesse Ventura from Predator.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you give Silas one in a town, he'll be Bill Duke from Predator, and like all the trees will be sinners.
By sinners, you of course mean innocent villagers.
Yeah, Fandango would just straddle it and have the barrel sticking out between his legs and just sit there with this giant 7.62 millimeter firing huge cock.
This would be a
Playing
Tinder
the blues.
picture,
all right,
without
well,
question.
if
Like-
a minigun makes your cock look that huge, then
Well, a minigun's that thing they put in the door of helicopters.
wait a second.
Were you thinking like
yeah,
a
I thought they were
PPK
just
or
talking
something?
about a small gun. I'm sorry. I don't know my fucking guns. I'm
You were
sorry.
literally talking about the James Bond gun, the tiniest gun in
Well, that's
cinema.
what I was thinking. A mini gun.
Oh,
What's so mini about a fucking huge gun?
It's smaller than the one in the nose of the chopper.
Your mom's smaller than the nose of the chopper.
Yeah, a minigun's a real thing, and
Fuck
it
miniguns.
is what Bill. It's what Bill Dukes used in Predator.
A tiny gun.
That would have been great. The Predator is gonna kill Jesse Ventura, and he pulls out this tiny little like pop shooter. I'll get you, motherfucker!
Man, my James Bond image just like totally evolved just now, and it's awesome.
You may have counted on my grenades, but you forgot about my Derringer. Oh my god. So I will say, I don't know about the minigun, but there is absolutely a calendar titled "Hungry" or "Hot for Justice," in which Judge Hungry is the July model.
oh my
All
god.
right, motherfuckers, we want fan art of that shit.
hungry for justice.
No, hot for justice.
Hot for justice. Okay.
Hot for justice.
You can post your Judge Hungry with a minigun fan art at facebook.com/authors and dragons.
Oh, he posed with a gavel, thank you. But take some creative license. Go nuts. Have fun with it.
Let's see here. Okay. Our friend Mark, fuck you, Mark, says this is for Joe and John. When your character was in goblin form, what was he thinking about the action around him? And my answer is neek neek.
That's fair.
I love the idea that at some point Joe is going to be in a social situation of like some importance where you have to care and meet a new person named Mark and just fucking muscle memory through. Hi, nice to meet you, Mark. Fuck you, Mark. Just what? I'm so sorry, Mark. Fuck you, Mark.
I hope it's like hi. I'm your town's new pastor.
I'm Mark. Fuck you, Mark. I'm sorry. God, I'm so sorry, Mark.
So,
Fuck you, Mark.
so you've turned up for the mortgage meeting. My name is Mark. Fuck you, Mark. Okay, this meeting is over.
I'm a big fan, Mr. Wahlberg.
Please don't call yourself Marky Mark, because then I have to say fuck you twice.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you, Mark.
Fuck you,
I
fuck you, Marky.
really loved you as Luke Skywalker.
Oh shit, it's about to get funky.
Oh, goddamn. I was thinking, why are these motherfuckers driving up the price of my booze? That's what I was thinking while I was a goblin, was, God damn it, they're making the alcohol more expensive.
You did try to drink a candle when you were in goblin form.
I tried that in half-elf form. What the fuck? I mean,
Yeah, that felt just more offending.
Yeah, I think your basic instincts are still very much intact.
yeah. I probably humped the bar stool, too.
Oh, boy.
Let's see here.
Goblins need bard, too.
Okay, you know what? This one's too fun. Our friend Tom says this one might be corny, but what the fuck but what is the stupidest thing you think has happened in this campaign?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hell.
I mentioned me becoming the de facto healer, right?
And a de facto caster. Just any power given to you has just been stupid.
Yeah. I just cast.
There's so many great ones. The well is the one I use the most at like conventions to give people the setup in a nutshell. But the one that sticks with me the hardest, that is truly the most this podcast, I feel like, is when Bevan was rolling for Klaus's dick size to see if it was big enough to get ripped off by the attack that was happening. And it rolled large, and it got torn off, and he was so happy.
Well, no, it didn't get torn off, did it?
It got torn.
It did.
It
It got
got
torn.
Not off.
It got torn. I think he saved it before it got fully ripped off, but there was separation that had to be
You
healed.
got a lot of dick damage.
Big
You
dick
were in
damage.
danger of losing your penis, and you were so happy. I was like, that truly is A and fucking D.
Yeah. I always go back to humped a tree, sank an island. The celibate monk humped a tree, sank an island. And that's how when I explain to people that we're the worst adventuring party in the history of Dungeons & Dragons, and they all look at me like, yeah, come on. And then I lay that one on them. They're like, ooh, yeah, you might have it.
I like to tell people it feels like a real game because the players are terrible, just like yours.
Yeah,
You see that a lot. There was somebody sharing like D&D memes of some kind of like obviously made up scenario that happened. And I think even your obviously made up scenario is not as fucking balls to the wall stupid as shit that's just happened to us because of bad dice rolls.
yeah.
And really bad decision making.
Yeah, like I was gonna say the whole cloak boy scenario is.
God, nothing quite pleases me like that memory of Steve suddenly trying to walk back all of his torment of Cloak Boy for like 2 episodes.
And Cloak Boy deciding, I might not kill Kutharic because you you weren't nice, but you just weren't a flaming asshole.
Yeah, he was just neutral. He just treated him with like just basic human respect, and that was it.
And that was really way better than all the rest of us.
Yeah, by comparison.
Mine's gonna be when I tried to fill a bowl full of piss and I shit my pants.
Oh God. Oh God.
Another moment that also typifies A&D. I guess my stupidest character moment turned into a T-shirt. It's a box with scorpions written on the outside of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What did we expect this to be?
I think actually I got a vote for stupidest moments was our first live episode when we spent the entire episode trying to prevent something that we didn't even need to do anything about. The falling ceiling and
Oh, we were
it just stopped.
We were so proud of our high strength rolls.
I know.
Trying to stop something that did not need to be.
I was so proud of my high persuasion roll when I talked you out of. Who was it? Was it Silas? I talked out of the hole in the floor.
No, it was Brandon. Because
Yeah.
the line that everyone remembers from that episode is "Arrow of the gods, thank God you're here. Vendigo stole my spot."
Oh, there's so many moments to choose from. I'm going to go for, my first stupid moment where I really kind of learned what this game was about. Where I rushed in and I was rolling well and I was beating up some wolves. So I was thinking, this is easy. And then I tripped and fell in a campfire and died, basically. And, I thought, okay, this has been a fantastic introductory experience to what will be a running theme of idiocy. So, yeah, that's not the best stupid moment, but it's a sentimental stupid moment for me.
A running theme. I say a sprinting theme of idiocy.
Creating a whole ritual of inhaling the smoke of our enemies' carcasses to level up. Yeah.
You know what? I think I've seen how other podcasts handle their level up, and some people regard it as kind of like the boring bit that has to be, and some people have like interesting ways to deal with it. But nobody else deals with it by getting high as balls. And I think that's pretty cool.
It's like, yeah, you gotta get blasted out of your mind.
Gonna have some fun with this. All right, folks. Well, this was a fun round this week. We will be back next week with a side quest, and in 2 with another episode of Authors and Dragons. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Fuck thee!